met with a number of members of Congress and their staffs. Sometimes the member is on the floor during a debate or in a committee hearing, so you get their staff member. You might get a senior staff member who is very acquainted with financial services issues, or you might get a junior staff member you're starting from square one on explaining what is a fiduciary, what is an SRO, things like that. So you just have to be able to shift from meeting to meeting, depending on who you're meeting with, get a quick idea early in the meeting of who you're dealing with, what their level of expertise is. On the other hand, at the end of the day, we met with Maxine Waters, who is a Congresswoman from California and who is sponsoring the bill to charge user fees to advisors to enable the SEC to examine them more frequently. She's obviously very up to speed on these issues, different kind of conversation. So we just need to shift throughout the day the kinds of conversations that we're having, but it was a great afternoon. We definitely get the message across when we come up here. Now, again, we have a lot of meetings, and sometimes our message falls on more fertile ground than other times. It depends on the sort of the philosophy and the bent of the particular member of Congress we're talking with at the time. As I said, we met with Maxine Waters. She's very supportive of what we want in terms of advisor oversight. You meet with others who are very skeptical, for example, of giving the SEC more money from any source. We met with one of those members today as well. So you meet with others who are open to hearing our thoughts about how this should work. And all in all, in every meeting we went into, they were quite surprised. It's very rare that they have representatives of an industry come in and say, can you please regulate us more? And by the way, we're willing to pay for it. So we get that kind of surprised look every time. One thing we hear most from advisors is that they don't want another layer of regulation. They already have the state or the SEC. They don't want a self-regulatory organization coming in on top of that. One set of rules, one regulator are enough, thank you very much. As long as I know the rules, I can play by them. So one of the options up here on the Hill right now is to bring another layer of regulation in the form of an SRO, possibly FINRA, on top of advisors. And so that was one of the key messages we brought up here, is we just think that's unnecessary duplication of regulation, unnecessary expense, damaging to small businesses, and really doesn't help the investor in terms of protection at all. We think the SEC has the job, it should keep the job. We're just exploring different funding methods to make that happen. Every quarter we take our advisor sentiment index survey. We go out to our advisor clients, we ask them a range of questions on everything from their economic outlook to how they're running their business these days. Are they winning new clients? What are they concerned about? Every single quarter for the last several years, their number one concern has been regulatory developments and trends. So as long as that continues to be at or anywhere near the top of concerns for our advisors, we'll be up here sending their messages and their viewpoints and their concerns to their elected representatives.